Sight Advice is a small but perfectly formed and beautiful charity that helps visually impaired people in the local area in Cumbria. And we do that by asking our members what they would want of an organisation like ours, and then what we try to do is provide those services. Times are really tight for charities, especially small ones like ourselves, and when we can fundraise to get equipment or provide services, if we can get any other sort of support, it's fantastic. So CTX helping us get the software for the machines that you can see around this room was fantastic. It enabled this project to happen, and without that help, it wouldn't have worked.
We've got 10 staff here, some full-time, some part-time, and about 170 volunteers that help us out. And together we support about 600 visually impaired people throughout the South Lakelands area. Some people with visual impairments have other disabilities as well, and the internet is really their window on the world. It's very difficult to access that window, and the more severe the sight loss is, the more difficult that becomes.
04/11.
Enter. And that takes me to tomorrow's date.
Well, I've always used a computer, and I use it for photography and doing all sorts of work of that kind, and to do some writing, but of course I find that much more difficult now. I got myself a very large monitor. That helps, but probably one of the most helpful things I got was a Microsoft Comfort mouse, which Charles told me about. Has a little button on it, and it makes a magnifier come up on the screen, which makes the letters bigger. That's an enormous help.
What used to put me off typing is that I was always doing this, trying to find the letters, and I found it very frustrating. And in the end, it sort of put me off doing any computer work at all. But luckily, finding this centre has enabled me to begin to touch type, which is absolutely amazing. And anybody in my position ought to take it up.
I was very fortunate because, having retired from the health service, I got a nice lump sum, and I was able to buy the 2 basic pieces of equipment that were essential for me. Very essential.
Which were?
CCTV and the computer. Elizabeth, from time to time, can go away, and has gone away, for a weekend course. And they just walked out the door, knowing that any post that comes, I can deal with it. Now, without that technology, I couldn't do that. I'd have to have somebody read the post for me.
And that's what most blind people find is best, that they can read their own post.
I do now, even with Elizabeth
technology.
here. Even with Elizabeth here. Oh, that's my talking newspaper on there, by the way.
Seeing an elderly person that is no longer able to write letters, and if I manage to show them how to use emails, and they can then have written communication with their family again, which they haven't been able to do because of loss of sight, that's very rewarding.
With the knowledge that they've given me here, I am now able to write my book on my family history, but without the input of the technology they have at the centre, I don't think I'd be as far on as what I am now. And also the things that they give me to try out, to try and make it better, is an advantage.
Microsoft has this vision about helping all types of people, businesses, to realise their full potential. And we believe technology has the opportunity to actually transform people's lives if used in the right way, whether it be educational, the way they use it in business, or whether they just use it in their day-to-day lives to keep in touch with family or to entertain themselves. And the way that we looked at that, we thought, well, we could make this technology freely available to registered charities actually right across the world. So here in the UK, that's the approach we've taken really, is to make small donations available free, in principle to any registered charity, and the way that we do that is through the Charity Technology Trust Exchange.
I think technology is seen as a necessary evil, so it's really something that people have to use on a day-to-day basis in the way they operate. But if you look at Sight Advice, they're looking strategically about how the technology helps them and also helps the people that they represent. And we're seeing this increasingly across the sector, that technology is no longer something that sits in the background, it's something that you bring to the forefront of what you do. I think technology for me is really about opening doors and opportunities. So it's about information, it's about giving people access to choice, It's about telling me what's happening in the world at this particular point. It's about allowing me to talk to friends on the other side of the world, understand what my family are doing. It's really kind of opening people's eyes to what's out there. CTT's vision is to be assisting 50,000 charities in some way with technologies within a 5-year period. I'd really encourage you to go to the CTT website and really have a look at how we can help you to help yourselves, and how we can help you to help the charities that you represent and the people that you represent.
Now that's been enlarged, that's brilliant.